Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's the Royal Rehash, and I am Brett Brown, and with me, as always, the cosmic Swami.
That's right. The guiding hand of truth and light. They're here for now.
Truth and light is always needed. Always happy to have it. Hey, you know what? We our intrepid team of investigators and private detectives and law enforcement friends all finally got together and tracked down Rock Bottom.
Yeah, that wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't easy. He's in Tijuana, of all places, but kind of makes sense. Anyway, we're going to talk to him in a little bit. And it's a coup that we got him. But
yeah, I
before
think
we get to that,
he lives there in Tijuana, which, that's kind of beyond me, but.
Yeah, I don't know. People do live there, I guess.
Yep.
So anyway, looks like you're up in Bodega Bay or something, or Jenner.
No. Bodega Bay's a ways from here. No, I'm going up to Fort Bragg. I got a line on some abalone shells that we use for inlays on guitars.
Oh, wait, abalone shells, isn't that like contraband? Isn't that illegal to possess or buy, sell?
If you're one of these environmentalists, I guess, yeah, sure, it's horrible.
I think it's a state law. I think it's not allowed.
Yeah, this is not a problem, Brett Brown.
Nothing means nothing to me. I mean,
just keep quiet about it.
I love abalone.
Playing it up.
Okay, yeah, it's not like you just mentioned it on the show.
Hey, don't we have something else? Don't we have a rear view glance coming up?
Yeah, we do. Actually, we got
good.
Your old buddies, the YellowDogs, another kind of been here, gone. But anyway, let's watch the old rear view glance and check out the YellowDogs.
Here we go.
I'm Nasty Ned. I'm tougher than a piece of Durango beef jerky.
And I'm the Weasel.
Yeah, and I'm Rattler. We come here from a part of the land where men are men and they play music that's tough. And we're coming here to see what the competition's like. Something tells me they're not gonna be ready for the likes of the YellowDogs.
Okay, folks, that was the YellowDogs, and they were around for a few years, and they were in contention several times, but they never quite made it to the big leagues. They were pretty good though.
Yeah, they came up here from the Texas Music League. They never quite won super gig, but hardly anybody ever does. So.
That's true. I don't think anybody from Texas Music League ever really won a super gig. They had a lot of good players, but they just something about Texas. I don't know. Maybe it's the water.
Too many armadillos. I don't know.
Possibly, yeah. Too much dust.
They went back to Texas.
That's right. Did whatever they did there and kept doing it. All right. So, we just watched the Rock Bottom story, finished the third part last week, and we're going to get Rock Bottom, the actual man, in a few minutes. But before we get to that, we have got the documentary makers of
Rock Bottom documentary,
the Rock Bottom story, right? Ian Burns, and Stuart Marshall. Yeah, Ian Burns and Stuart Marshall. We have them on the phone. We got a hold of them, and they're going to talk to us a little bit about their experiences making this documentary before we get to Rock. So that'll be kind of interesting. Let's, Charlie, are they on the phone now? They are. Okay. Patch it through. Hey, Ian, Stuart, it's an honor.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Welcome to the Royal Rehash. I'm Brett Brown. That's the cosmic Swami over there. That way. Yeah.
No, the other way.
That way. Over there.
Please.
I forget. Okay, guys, where are you calling from tonight? I know it's a 7-hour difference, but where are you at?
Well, I'm at my home in Luton, in my drawing room.
Yes, I'm in my home studio here in Piltdown. Just taking a break to talk to you chaps.
Congratulations on your recent win on the prestigious Bombay Beach Drive-In Movie Award. I mean, you got the Bombie of the Year. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, and by the way, in case these people don't know that the Bombie is an award for a movie that bombed at the box office, but came back as a cult classic. And
yeah, you guys are really on the map now, and that's pretty amazing. For 20 years later, 25, I guess. So are you going to come to America to receive the award there at the Bombay Awards? Sir?
Well, I suppose it's nice that this motion picture did finally went down a bomb, as they say over here. And people are enjoying it. But honestly, we've got obligations here, making our new TV show.
We don't dwell on that fiasco. It's well behind us. It was not what we'd hoped for, and basically ended our documentary career.
Yeah, that's correct. And we are really enjoying this new show we're doing. Seeing country gardens, beautiful layouts, and most of the time personal dioramas. And
yes, the camera moves so slowly and leisurely through the garden, looking at exquisite detail of all the flowers and the petals. And
okay, we'll get to that in a few minutes. But we have to know more about this this whole documentary thing. We just finished watching it. It was the last 3 episodes. We're all into it. We saw it, pretty much the whole thing. One question is when Buster Bootman, when the tour was over, you guys were kicked off, and when the tour was over, when the documentary came out, he issued a statement that said it was all a pack of lies, and you were out to destroy Rock Bottom's career, and that everything that you shot was like staged, and to make him look bad. It was put him in a bad light. What do you say to that?
Well, that's a complete load of rubbish, if you ask me. And
bollocks, I say.
I thought that this Buster Bootman was one of the most unpleasant, loutish brutes I'd ever met in my life.
Bootman was just a rather nasty individual. He just threw all of our expensive gear right out onto the road there in chalk at 3 a.m. He just kicked it right out the door. Fragile things like lenses and lighting equipment were smashed, full of Texas dirt, probably chalk for that matter. It was just not a good scene. The man was very unruly, very unaccommodating. All we did was film what happened, I don't understand his anger.
Well, real quick, I'd like to commend both of you for taking down Rock Bottom like he needed to be taken down. As far as I'm concerned, he was a big burden on the whole music industry at the time.
Well, I certainly won't argue with you that particular point. However, it wasn't really our intention to take down Rock Bottom. He sort of did it all himself.
In fact, we thought it would be a boost, but it turned out not to be. Thanks to Bootman, really.
Oh, wait a minute. So you never got any of the footage back, right? I mean, you did sue Bootman for that, and you lost in the U.S. courts. Is that correct?
Well, our finances were in a total disarray when we got back to England. We were several months back rent at the studio, which had been emptied out, by the way.
Well, when we walked in the door for the first time, we were absolutely gutted. I mean, it was just in shambles.
Yes.
There was nothing useful left at all.
All thanks to that rapscallion Mason Manchester, who, our secretary was gone, and certainly the budget was non-existent.
Yes, well, we had no money, we had no barrister, we had really no way to fight in America and the courts. We were back home. We couldn't be sailing the seas back and forth across the pond to deal with Bootman and his atrocities, his crimes. But really, we are well past that, and we have a great new garden show that we are very, very proud of. And
well, there's speculation that the lost footage actually shows quite a bit more kind of the craziness, we'll say, of the tour. I don't know what they did, but that's what the rumors are. Is there any truth to that?
The question's a good one. There were some unsavory things that happened that we shouldn't go into. It was a great deal of it that we filmed that we don't have anymore. Buster Bootman took off with.
Incidents happened. For instance, we were treated, even by the members of the band, we were treated rather poorly. One time we were stuck with a bill for a huge Texas-style steak dinner that they all skipped out on. Big joke on us. Over 500 quid there was.
Yes, I remember that one. And the only thing I remember that I liked about America was the Orange Julius that they had.
Oh, so good. Yes, quite good. I do remember being on the bus and looking forward to the occasional Stuckey's when we would stop for petrol.
Yes, that's the only reason I'd go back.
Stuckey's confectionaries were just the best.
Well, this Country Garden show, have you guys ever seen the Queen?
We did actually see the Queen on one of our very first shows.
Yes, one of the first.
About the Buckingham Palace. We were out there on the royal grounds and doing a layout of the place.
It was in particular a hot day.
Yes, and Queen actually came out and visited.
She even served us of a special Princess Margaret lemonade. I had a 2-day hangover.
Rather nice of her.
She was a very sweet lady, as it turns out. When Willie and Harry showed up, Mom joined us in a spirited game of croquet. Quite fun.
Yes, it was quite memorable, I could tell you that.
The Queen was just loads of laughs. Quite a great afternoon.
Yeah.
So this show is that you know, it's not going to be seen in America. I mean, maybe a few people with special satellite setups, but for the most part, we don't have tea time in America. So if you're here to promote that, not much we can do for you.
We fully expected to have our promotional reel shown on this show. Just because your show is American doesn't mean that this isn't the World Wide Web. It's only reaching people in Bombay and Bombay Beach.
Yes, we were promised that you would show our garden promo as a condition for us to appear on your little show. Anywhere they have tea and have gardens, they'll love it. So please, honor your commitment and run the tape.
Well, I guess that just about does it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just for your information, you guys, Ian Stuart, thanks for being on the show. But we're going to talk to Rock Baudham in a few minutes himself. We tracked him down, and we'll get his take on the whole thing. So we appreciate you coming on to the show.
Yes, well, before we go, I'd like to say about this Rock Baudham documentary, Who's Buying, that this motion picture never ever got the proper promotion, since we had no money and the production company was essentially non-existent at the time.
Yes, it's true.
As far as
Anyway, good luck in your new endeavor, and thanks again. Thanks for your movie. It was really pretty good.
Yeah, drink a Watney's Red Barrel for me.
Now we have the man who was in the documentary, Mr. Rock Baudham. He's joining us right now from Tijuana, Mexico. Rock Baudham, hey, how you doing?
All right, man.
Well, you know, there's the documentary that we just watched. We watched it the last 3 episodes about you, right? The Rock Baudham story. It got an award from the Bombay Beach Drive-In Bomb of the Year, which means, you know, the best movie, the best bad movie, cult movie of the year, right?
Oh, well, if it wasn't for the bottom feeders, they couldn't get it out of the theater fast enough, you know. But
that's true. It was a dud when it came out. Probably a lot to do with Mr. Buster Bootman, who sort of sabotaged the whole thing because he thought it made you look bad. So your guy was looking out for you.
Well, former manager, and you know how they are. They're just always looking for the bread.
Have you ever been to Bombay Beach?
No, they tell me it's nice.
But anyway, so you're going to go to this awards festival, right? You're going to go. You and your boys are going to go out and play a set. I think is that what I heard?
Yeah, they wanted us to play our. You know, everyone has that tune they don't want to play the rest of their career, but they asked me to play it. You know, hard rocking, pill popping. You know, can you say that on TV?
So you're going to go and are you going to bring Lonnie Lowman, and you're going to bring Sticks? Sticks still playing with you?
I can't play without Sticks, but I had to raise his money.
Are you paying them any more than Union Scale?
Well, I have someone else handle that, you know. Dirk.
Oh, Bill Cash gone?
Yeah.
Is he your man?
Yeah, Dirk used to complain about, you know, us partying after the show. And
yeah.
You know, and he still hassles me about those 4 cases of gummy bears. You know, I don't know. I hope Panama's doing okay. I've been trying to hire him for this tour. You know, another guy that took good care of things. You know,
where's he? Is he still alive, or what's going on with him?
I don't know. My people trying to get a hold of him. You know, I'd be back when I was drinking. You know, back when I was drinking. Back in the Who's Buying days, he would come in there and, you know, he'd get me off the couch and, you know, maybe slap me around and take me out there and go, hey, it's time to go on.
20,000 people out there waiting. Let's go. Rock, come on. 20,000 fans. Let's go. Come on, you gotta. Come on, buddy. 20,000 people. Let's go.
What?
20,000 fans out there waiting. Come on.
Hey. And I don't know. I wouldn't have made it without him, you know.
Yeah, it's a good guy to have around.
And he fired Shifty because Shifty would always smuggle a bottle in for me.
Huh. And they were kind of acquaintances. Hey, well, listen, you're now got some things happening, but for many years you were kind of struggling, right? I mean, you were kind of just you put out a bunch of albums that really weren't very successful, and kind of looking for a direction. And how did you get through?
Oh man, you have no idea how I was struggling. I lost my wife, my girlfriend, my mistress, my neighbor wouldn't talk to me. Yeah.
Was is that when you came out with these boring, lame albums, like your Christmas album?
Check it out. I got anything you want. I got you covered. There's anything you want. Whatever you want.
Well, I took a lot of heat for that, but I don't want to call my own work terrible.
Yeah. How about your techno album?
Just whatever you want. Just anything you want. Check it out. You want it? I got it. I got anything you want. I got you covered.
Or your disco album?
Check it out. I got anything you want. I got you covered. There's anything you want. Whatever you want.
You know what? It was me and a producer, and he did most of it. I can't play keyboards, and that's what it was.
Well, you did get some scathing reviews. I mean, all the magazines really pounded you for that kind of stuff, and the sales were like through the cellar. Not
Word got out that I wrote a few words and said a few things, and that it was all done by the cats in the studio with the synthesizers and the pitch correctors and the
right
dive-ass tribromial gigitators and all that stuff.
Hey, also, I meant to ask you earlier. In the documentary, there's a lot of footage missing, right? They got confiscated when Bookman kicked him off the bus, right, in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
And he took all their footage. It's never been recovered. And there's rumors that was the juicy stuff. That was the stuff that people really would have liked to have seen. Is that true? Do you remember any of that?
That's what I always heard. And it's always about money. Maybe they could extort me.
Was there plenty of footage of you face down in the gutter?
That's unnecessary there, Swami. Come on.
Swami, I wish you hadn't have brought that up because I got to live it down.
Well, how about destroying hotel rooms? They got footage of that.
That was the other guitar player, man. I made the mistake of buying him a chainsaw. Well, anyway, our drummer's pretty good, and
Sticks.
Yeah, well, he's expensive.
Yeah, Sticks McIntyre. I mean, he could get a job anywhere. I'm really surprised he stayed with you.
He's a studio cat, and he's the best. But I don't know. We went to school together. He feels,
Huh.
How about Shifty? Is he still driving you around?
I don't know what happened to Shifty either. They say that, well, he worked for some other guys and the stuff got heavier. I don't know. I don't want to talk about him. He was my friend.
Yeah. Is he still alive, you think?
I don't know. I know Panama's alive, but I can't get in touch with him. I don't know about Shifty.
Huh.
He could be overseas or I don't know.
Well, maybe we'll get our crack team of investigators to see if we can find Panama for you.
Shifty always wanted to be an astronaut, so who knows where he is.
Well, maybe he's in Florida then. What do you got there, Rock? Is that
lemonade. Lemonade.
Oh, lemonade, because you're not drinking anymore, right? You're getting in shape for the no booze cruise.
Yeah, the promoters had to talk me into it. I didn't believe it, but I love the fans. They love me, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right. Hey, Rock. Thank you, sir. Good luck in your
Thank you for the interview. You guys have been really great.
It's been a pleasure. All right.
Who's trying?
All right, Rock. See you later. All right. You're trying. That's a good thing. Well, that was Rock Bottom, and
Sure was.
he's doing okay. Seems like
I
he's,
guess.
he's looks pretty fit. I don't know what he's drinking really, but
Yeah, as long as there's enough lemonade, I'm sure he'll be great.
Yeah, got to keep that full strength lemonade coming.
Yeah, well, this is one long show, Brett Brown.
Well, we've packed a lot into it. I mean, this took a lot of work to organize this, to get all these things straightened out, phone calls and people lined up for the show. So, unfortunately, that kind of left us without much planning for next week.
We'll figure it out.
Potpourri, crapshoot, who knows? We'll have plenty of good.
Hard drinking, hard rocking, fill bobbing, fast talking, pull back and sock on man. Hard drinking, hard rocking, fill bobbing, fast talking, pull back and sock on man. All right, we're gonna